Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the Disney film The Sword in the Stone. Now, as you know, The Sword in the Stone is meant to be a 1963 animated musical fantasy comedy film that was produced by Walt Disney, as well as being the 18th film in the Disney animated feature films, as well as being based on T.H. White's novel, The Sword in the Stone, but except more Disney-fied. Now, the premise of the film is meant to be about a 12-year-old boy known as Arthur, who ends up meeting an elderly wizard known as Merlin. Now, Merlin's character is that he's basically this old but kind of wise old wizard, and does see Arthur's potential and offers to be his teacher to give him a good education. And I think he does work as a character because he does see Arthur's potential, he does want what's best for him, and does want to help him basically go the distance. And you've also got his pet owl, Archimedes, who is meant to be this kind of voice of reason, but more kind of cranky old owl. And throughout the movie, we see how Merlin tries to tutor Arthur, while at the same time dealing with Arthur's foster father, King Edgar, as well as his son Kay. Now, Sir Edgar is maybe more like has good intentions, but kind of treats Arthur more like a servant. You can kind of tell he does show some regrets in his actions near the end, or does show that he does care about Arthur. Well, Kay's character is maybe like that sort of older sibling who kind of pushes you around, but kind of does kind of act like the spoiled pampered one. And I think while the film doesn't have a big over the top plot, it doesn't have anything to sort of show for it. It has a bit of a message about putting your knowledge, your skills, as well as being a student to good use. And you can kind of tell Merlin does see Arthur's potential. He does want what's best for him. And throughout the movie, we see how Arthur learns basic things, mainly about gravity, mainly about undersea life, and also as well learning to fly. And I feel like there are some things that feel a bit like they had to throw things in just for plot. For example, when you kind of got Madam Mim, I would say she's basically thrown in to kind of be another antagonist. Well, she's interesting, she doesn't really pose as a big major threat. Instead, meant to be more like an evil counterpart to Merlin. And I would say that when they do go at the opening about explaining what happened with the sword in the stone, and near the end, does feel a little bit like film filler, which I think works, and at the same time is meant to show that no matter what Arthur did, his destiny was always going to happen. And I think what's interesting is we will still see King Arthur and also Merlin, in Sofia the First, Kingdom Hearts, and so on, showing that while Sword in the Stone was a hit and miss, we'd still see Merlin still play the role of friend and mentor. And I would actually like to see a live action prequel with a young Merlin and Madam Mim, with the King of England playing a crucial role in helping Merlin to become a better wizard. This would be an interesting idea for a film plot. And I know that the book does differ a lot from Disney from the whole Disney film, because the book came first in 1939, while Sword in the Stone came a few years later. So you can tell Walt Disney had to twinkle with some parts, alter things to meet Disney standards. I think while the movie isn't perfect, it doesn't have an overgoing plot. It's more of a message about putting your knowledge, skills, as well as seeing someone's potential being put to good use. So, in my opinion, Sword in the Stone is a hit and miss, but it's an okay Disney film. So, I think it deserves thumbs in the middle. Kind of alright, but kind of okay. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.